Hello, it's Rob here from Woodward English. How is everyone? I saw some people in the chat before I began. Hello to everyone that has said hello back to everyone. Let's go see. Amparo Prieto. Hello, how's it going? And Josefa too. We've got Same. We've got Teacher. Someone called Teacher. That's going to be fun. NH. Who else we got here? Marlon, Tassadit, Suleive, Peña. Who else we got in here? Elizabeth Morales. How's it going? Mrs. G Classroom. How has everyone been? Before we actually begin, we're just going to let everyone come in. Today's just a relaxing conversation. Here in New Zealand, it is 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Where are you in the world? Where are you right now? And what time is it? Let me know. Hello, Francisco Pereira. Hi from Chile. Hi, Genesis. Let me know your country and what time it is. I know for some people it's like really late at night. It's like early in the morning for some people. Hey, from Chile. What part of Chile? Santiago? Conce? Hello, Evelyn. Isabel. You do the wave, I'll wave back. But if everyone starts doing that, hey, Fabian. Sarah. Oh, Jonathan, everyone is arriving. Marlon, Brazil. What part of Brazil? It's good that you use a Z in the name of the country, because sometimes people, Spanish speakers and Portuguese speakers, they put Brazil with the S. But yeah, it's good with the Brazil. And we got Katie from Peru, Netherlands. It's 11 o'clock at night. Friday night, 11 o'clock. Hey! Have you got something to drink? Has everyone got something to drink? I have my cup of coffee. Essentially, this is not a cup. This is a mug. You know the difference between a cup and a mug? Let's get my terrible drawing skills. Okay, I need a pen or something like that. Oops, move this up a bit. Hang on. Oops, over here. Just testing something. Look at this. Everyone's coming in. This is cool. Okay, look at this. Thankful is from the last lesson we did. Cup. That's one. What's the difference between cup and mug? Do you guys know? Here we go. What's the difference between a cup and a mug? Who else we got? You're in Liverpool. Morocco, 11. Mexico. It's 4 p.m. There's a 4 p.m. there. Cool. Hafez, Ecuador. It's 7 p.m. 7. 5 o'clock in Ecuador. Mexico, it's 4. Greece, it's midnight. It's midnight. I got terrible sound effects. It's midnight. Yes. What else we got here? I've got some more terrible. Here it's the morning here. Who else we got here? So Greece, cool. Santiago. Egypt. Oh, cool. Poland, also. Hello. Is it Kamid? Also. Dominica Republica. Oops. Dominican Republic. República Dominicana. I was going to say it in Spanish. Dominican Republic. Elaine, good to see you. It's London. It's 10 o'clock. The night is young. Thanks, Letty, for letting me know that you like the channel. I much appreciate it. Oh, good. Someone's answering. Cup with a handle. Mug without. Okay. Are you ready for my terrible drawing skills? Let's see if I've got a pen or something like this. How can I do this? Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Can I do... Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, I need to find another one. Pen. Here it is. Okay. A cup is generally... okay, this is terrible. This is like a cup. Okay? With imagination. Remember, you need imagination when I draw. Because I am not the best artist in the world. Okay, that's a cup. With imagination. And a mug is usually bigger, and it's often like this. It's like more rectangular. Oops. God, that's terrible. Cup's sort of small. Mug is big. Now this looks like a cup, but it's big. So it's like a mug more than anything. It has like 3 liters of coffee. That's what I need. Okay, let's see what else. They're from Morocco. Amparo Prieto. Hey, great to see you here. You're from Chile. Evelyn from Mexico, Liverpool. Hi. Cup without a hand. Without the handle. That's a good one. This part here. Actually, I'm using a wrong thing. You got this part here. You know what this is called? It's the same. That part there is called. Let's just move this over here. Handle. Like that. Oops. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. So, old Fabian Hernandez says, hi, your videos are amazing. Thank you. My English teachers love them because they think their videos are more complete than their own classes. Cool. Your videos have helped me write and understand English very well. That's great, Fabian. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. And that's why I create these videos, is to help first people learn English, but also to help teachers, because teachers, a lot of people don't know, they have a lot of work to do. And if I can create these videos just to help them, like recommend your students, like, hey, go watch this video for homework or at home, and then come back and let me know, it saves time and everything. And that is the reason I don't appear in the videos. I don't need to be famous. I don't appear in the videos so that teachers can use them in classrooms, or they can just recommend, because it's crazy if a teacher is in a classroom and they show another teacher teaching, it's like, that's weird. But if a teacher's showing an instructional video or whatever, it's much better. So, we're coming up to the question soon. Okay, so thank you for that, Fabian. Really appreciate it. We've got Carmen, hello from Ecuador. Somalia, also Ecuador. Morocco. Ruth, hello Ruth from Brasilia in Brazil. Oh, Joseph, hello. How's it going? Oops. And I'm just going to go back down here. Saludos desde Mexico. Hello. From Chile. From Chile. Hello from New Zealand. I don't know why I said Chile. From Turkey. Cool. What program do you use for showing your screen this way? Letty. Okay, what I'm using, I'm actually writing on the right here. This is called Adobe Illustrator. And Adobe Illustrator is what I use to create my charts, to create my videos. And I thought, I'm going to use it for this lesson, for these live lessons. That way I can type, because if I try and write, if you watch me trying to write, if I like do this word here, okay, let's find a word. Where is it? Over here. If I say, my name is Rob, it doesn't look good. But if I can type it like this in Illustrator, it's just easier. Look at this. Here we go. My name is Rob. Oops. No, it's not Ron. Yes, I drink lots of Ron. Okay, my name is Rob. Looks better, doesn't it? My name is Rob. My name is Rob. That's why I use Illustrator. It's easier. Oh, so great seeing everyone from all around the world. Who else we got here? So Lisbeth, hello, is from Mexico. Okay. Yes, I'm just going to do some... here we go. Mexico. And Joseph, I love your teaching. For your lessons, my teacher. I great Woodward English. I'm from Turkey. Ah, cool. Also, Val, also you love my videos. That's cool. What do you like about the videos? I don't know. What do you like about the videos? I do them when I have some free time. Indonesia here. Oh, cool. That's early in Indonesia. What time is it in Indonesia? It must be like 7 o'clock in the morning or something. Mustafa living in Spain. Mustafa living in Spain. Cool. Colombia. Why the people... okay. Don't worry. I'm going to time out people. Behave in the chat. Algeria. That's really good. You're from Algeria. Okay. Well, we've got lots of wonderful people here from around the world. And I want to ask you what time to take English. What time is it? Here in New Zealand, it is 11:11. It's 11:11, 11 past 11 in the morning. In Saturday, remember, we live in the future. You've helped me a lot, Rob. That's great. That's why I started doing this. I just love to be able to help people. Because how did I start with the Woodward English is my wife, Angelica, and I, we had a language school in Chile, in Santiago, Chile. We owned a language school. But when you have a language school, there's a limit to the number of people that can come to your classes. There's a limit to the number of people that can pay for classes, that can transport from one part of the city to your language school. And we could only have maybe 100 people at any one time. So what I did is I started creating lessons online for free, just for our students. I created these lessons for our students. And then, of course, you know how internet is. Internet becomes viral. So some people started recommending. And then we decided, this is good. We're helping lots of people from all around the world. So instead of having a language school, yes, we're helping maybe 1,000 people a year, or more than 1,000, just like lots of people every year. But if we can reach many, many, many people around the world, that's better. And that's why all of our material, we make them free and everything like that. So that's what we do. That's why we started doing this. And it's just, I love hearing all of these comments. So today's question, this is a relaxed conversation today. And the question is, I'll get rid of all of these things here. Let's go. I don't need to know that. Oh. Okay, get rid of... Oh, what did I just do there? Here we go. Get rid of that. My name's Rob. You should know that, I hope. Okay. So, today's question is the one that's on there. If you could relive one day of your life, this is going to be interesting. Which day would it be and why? If you could relive. What does relive mean? Relive means to experience something again in your imagination. You relive special moments in your lives. It's like, it's not physically living this experience. It's like living it again, like, oh, I remember that day with that chocolate ice cream. No other things more important than that. Okay. Let's continue. So we've got from USA, Brazil, 10 past 5 in the morning. Whoa. I appreciate that you're awake at this time. Did you stay awake all night? Or did you wake up this morning? Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Fernanda. Hello from Argentina. The name of the lesson, it says Woodward English question number 2. If you could relive one day of your life, which day would it be and why? That's what today's question's going to be. I love your way of teaching. Thank you. So this is it. So Peru, Algeria. Thank you, Joseph. Your teacher sent you here. Hello to your teacher. Okay, so we've got this question here. Which day would it be and why? And how can we answer this? Let's have a look. Let's put something like this. So you say, now relive can be an experience, can be a positive experience or a negative experience. Of course, if you have to choose which experience that you want to relive, I imagine most people will choose a positive experience. Why do you want to live a negative one? So, the question is, which day would it be? So if we have that, your question would need to begin with, I would relive, and then you have, the day or the event. That's what happens if I don't look at the keyboard. I would relive, and then which day would you like to relive? Now, the first part is very simple. I would relive the day, for example, let's have a look at this one. The day of my wedding. For example, here's one. Peru, Algeria. Can you tell me secret about how to speak English easy? Yes, the secret, and it's not easy though, the secret to learning English is to use English. Use it as much as possible. That is the secret to learning English. Because if you don't say anything or write anything, it's difficult to learn a language in general. It's just difficult. Try and use the language as much as possible. So that's what is important, is to use the language, because it's easy to watch a movie, listen to music. Those are good. It's very easy to do that. But the best way to learn is to try and use the language. You can type it, for example, in the chat here, or write and everything, or you could try and speak it. Don't worry about making mistakes. Never worry about mistakes. When I speak in other languages, I make many mistakes, but I don't care. The most important thing is communication. And that is why I have these live conversations, just to practice the language, just so you can try and use the language in different ways. Let's have a look. We have our first ones. I want to relive Sunday because I thought it's a special day. Why Sunday? What makes Sunday special? And if I say your names incorrectly, please forgive me. If we have, for example, you says, it would be the day when my ex-girlfriend got mad at me. That's a terrible thing. I want to relive that day. She was angry with me. But there's more. I thought she was kidding. We broke up after that. Oh, and why would you want to relive that? Why would you want to relive that? You should try and relive positive experiences. Sometimes I would like to, hello smart boy, sometimes I would like to relive the first time I learned English. Why would you like to relive that for? That's interesting. The first time I learned English. The first time you could communicate in English, or your first lesson. I remember my first English lesson. I was actually asked to go into into an English class, not knowing anything. They said, Rob, you speak English? I said, yes, I speak English. It's okay. And they said, oh, can you go into this English class? I said, but I can't teach English. Don't worry, speak to them. I'm like, okay. So I went into this English class, and I remember my first English class. And there were these students in this class. There were like about 5 students in the class. They're looking at me, and I'm looking at them. Inside me, I'm like, nervous, like this. They're looking at me, and they're probably thinking, oh, my English teacher, he looks awesome. Just kidding. My English teacher, he smells. No. My English teacher, what are you going to teach me? And me, I'm like, I had no notes. I had nothing. So what did I do? The classic English lesson. To be. To be or not to be. I am, you are, he is. I don't know what I said. I don't know. Actually, I do know what I said. I remember that lesson well. I invented everything in that moment, my first English lesson. It was like I didn't have any notes or anything. I just started teaching to be, but my style. With terrible humor. My humor? Oh, I use different examples. Maybe I should not use in English classes. But the students, they laughed. They enjoyed the lesson. And I enjoyed my first English lesson with the students. It was totally invented in the moment. Like I'm doing now. I'm inventing things right in this moment. And at the end of the class, the student says, oh, thank you. I actually learned something. But in basic English. Like, oh, thank you. I learn a lot. And I'm like, really? I just talked to you in English. And it was interesting. And from there, I was like, and it wasn't one student. It was the other students. I'm like, what? That's strange. I just talked to you. And it was like, and that was my first experience. And that day, I had many comments like that. And that is when I discovered I want to learn how to teach English. I want to learn how to be an English teacher. I want to learn language teaching. Because I always liked languages. Always liked languages all my life. But I never taught them. And that was my first experience teaching English. I would want to relive that experience. Yeah, that would be interesting. I would probably, hopefully, do things maybe better. Don't know. But it was a good experience. Let's go look at all of these comments. Wow, so many more comments. So the first time you learn English, look at that one comment, and I go in a different direction. That happens with me. Video. Hey, I need your special video, but I have not money for it. Can you help me, please? You don't need money to watch. I got about 200 videos. They're all free. They're all free on this Woodward English channel. I have some lessons that are for members of the channel, which support me, that help me create, pay for Adobe, pay for all of these different things, and that's what I really appreciate. So as a way of saying thank you, that is what I do, little videos for them. I sometimes create lessons, like on Mondays, my time. Mondays, I'm creating lessons, and someone in the chat, we talk while I create things, and I say, do you like this, or do you think it should change? And they give their opinion, and I like that. And that's something that I do for the members of the Woodward English channel. If you want to be a member, you just click the join button at the bottom of the videos, somewhere like that. But it's not necessary. I have lots of free videos everywhere, lots and lots. And for the members, it's just like relaxed conversation every week. That's what I do. In Iran, it's midnight. John, mate, how's everything? I've got to do this. Oh no, it's not morning in your country. It's morning in my country. That was to wake me up. John's a friend of mine in Wales. Great to have you along. I want to relive last Saturday because I had a lovely McDonald's meal. Yes. I'm just imagining you have this magic lamp, and what do you do with a magic lamp? Okay, you've got this. You know what a magic lamp is? Let's do this. I'm going to draw. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this. I'll move this down here. And this one. You are going to see my incredible talent at drawing. Okay. What is this? Use your imagination. What do you think this is going to be? Oh God, this is terrible. No, I'm not. No, let's get rid of that. That's a terrible one. Okay. I'm trying to draw something and it's not working. I haven't drawn this for a long time. Okay, what do you think this is going to be? Use your imagination. What is this going to be? Let me know in the chat. What do you think this is? What is this? What's the name of this? Oh. Okay, what is this? What is this? It is a lamp. This is just not any lamp. Okay, I'll write that up on here for you. Yeah. This is not any lamp. Oops, yeah, I'll write it over. This is not any lamp. What type of lamp is this? Oops. Lorem ipsum. This is a magic lamp. And what do you do with a magic lamp? It's Aladdin's lamp, exactly. And what do you do with a magic lamp? What do you do with a magic lamp? You have a magic lamp, and what do you do? A kettle? Yeah, ish. What type? It's a magic lamp. And what do you do? It's a pipe. It's one of those pipes, you know. A teapot. Yeah, it does look like a teapot. It does look like a pear. Oh, that's it, John. I rub the magic lamp. Yeah, so what do? You don't say, hello, genie. Hello, person in there. I want some wishes. You have to, What do you do? John said it. JRBD. He says, oops, wrong one. You have to do this. Look at this. You have to rub the magic lamp. This action, terrible sound effects, I know. You rub the magic lamp. And what happens when you rub this magic lamp? What happens? Okay, tea's ready. No. What happens when you rub the magic lamp? It becomes shiny. It becomes clean. Okay. Other than that, you rub the magic lamp and a genie comes out. A genie. I'll find another one. And what does a genie say? A genie. And what does a genie say? A genie says, oh, thank you, bye. And they go, no? Is that what a genie does? A genie comes out of the magic lamp and says, why did you wake me up? I was sleeping. I was having a good night. What does a genie say? A genie gives you three chickens. No. Gives you 3 chipmunks. No. Gives you 3. What do they give you? A genie will give you 3 bananas. No, 3 wishes. Okay? They give you 3 wishes. And one of those wishes, it'd be interesting, what would you wish for? They give you 3 wishes. And you say, I would like, and then you ask for your wish. You have 3 wishes. Yeah, wishes. Okay. So you have 3 wishes. Someone wants $1 million. We can make a wish. Yeah. So one of John's wishes was to go to McDonald's last Sunday. What a terrible use of your wish. What would you guys like to wish for? I'll rub it until McDonald's comes out. It's like, bloop, there's a Big Mac. Bloop, there's some fries. So what else was there? Going back to our question, which was, if you could relive one day, let me know. So, old Caleb says, I would live one day with my Prophet Muhammad because I love him, I love his story. So you would go to relive one day of your life. So it has to be from your life. So at the moment, you can't go back in history, you can't go into the future. So this is not about wishes, even though that's what happens. So what would you do? Now some people, they'll say, what is the secret of using green color? The green color, I use green because it's the color of, I don't know, the logo. Green is nature. It's green is, no, it's not pure. It is, I don't know, nature. I like nature. Nothing. Opportunities to ask for wishes. I'm hungry. Which can I say? I'm hungry. I'd like to live in peace. There's some goodness. Enough stream hijacking for me now. Have a good one, Woodward. You too, John. Indulge and enjoy. Christmas. I would be an excellent English teacher. I know it takes practice and time. It does take time. It does take practice. The end of COVID. Oh, that'd be good. That's a very good one, Karin. That's interesting, your wishes. I like that. Many people, they do selfish wishes, like thinking only of me and me and me. But when you think of other people, yeah, that'd be good. I would like to be an English teacher. Oh, great. Here we go. If I could relive one day of my life, it would be the day I decided to study law instead of English. I regret a lot about this. I regret this a lot. It wasn't a good decision at all. Interesting. I hope I say your name correctly. Forgive me if I don't. Was it Siham? So it's interesting. So you would have changed, instead of studying law, what is the profession? If you study law, you become a lawyer. No, not liar. Lawyer. Difference. Pronunciation there. Oh, I've just gone in. Okay, let's do that again. Let's move this up here. Here we go. So you saw lawyer anyway. So if a person that studies law, there it is, they become a lawyer. So you would change your topic. That's really interesting. It's fascinating. So instead of studying law, you'd study English. Thank you for sharing that. That's really interesting. Your time's up. I'm going to see John Cena. Enjoy your John Cena, Charlie. Love the way you pronounce my name. Is it Karine or Karine? Ah. I would like to be really smart. Wisdom and knowledge. Yeah. That'd be interesting. You can do that. You don't need a wish to do that. You can do that. I would relive the day when I was still a child, playing for hours in the backyard. With neighbor's child. Exactly. It's interesting. Many people, but just one day of that. I remember, like when you were a child, you just play for hours and hours in the backyard. If you have a backyard, some people only live in apartments and there's no backyard. It's like when you're a child, sometimes, not everyone is fortunate. When you're a child, sometimes you can You just play. Your main goal in life is to have fun, to play. But not everyone is that fortunate. Some children, they have to work. Sometimes children, they have to do other things. It depends on the circumstances, but yes. But I remember those times. It's like you finish school, it's like, yay, I'm going to play with my... Okay, I don't have friends, so I'm just going to play with my ball. Okay, let me know. If you could relive one day of your life, which day would it be and why? Okay, which day would it be? So some people would like, I would relive the day of my wedding. I would relive my 21st birthday, a special birthday. Could you please explain the use of does when they emphasize it does take practice? That's what it's for, it's to give emphasis. That's actually a good thing to create a lesson about, does for emphasis. It takes practice. It does take practice. Actually, that's a good thing. I'll quickly mention that. Where's my... Look at that. You can say, it takes practice. Okay? It takes practice. Oops. Yeah. I'm going to show you something. This is quite cool. This is a thing that I wasn't planning this, but as usual, I never plan things. I just invent. I like chocolate. Okay. Look at this. 2 different sentences. It takes practice. I like chocolate. Now, if you want to give emphasis, like to strengthen it, it's like, I like chocolate. But you can say, I do like chocolate. It's like, it's like to give emphasis. I do like chocolate. Do you like chocolate? Yeah, I do like chocolate. I love it. It's like to give emphasis. But here, if it's in third person, it takes practice. It does. This part is in third person. It does take practice. It's like saying, yes, it really does. It is necessary. It's to give emphasis. So that's a good one. Thanks for recommending that. Sometimes I can't explain grammar, but this is something small, short, and easy. Bam, I can do it sometimes. I would ask that you give me wisdom. Okay, here it is. I'll send it by email. Hi, Bob. It's Rob, not Bob. Anthony. Hi, everyone. Hola. Says Gusta. Have a great day. Okay, enjoy your John Cena. Thank you very much. I would relive only one day when I go with my dad. Okay, that's nice. That's something that some people... Hello, teacher. That's what some people would do. Some people would spend time with a person that is not here right now. This is informal. This is totally informal. Anthony, this is really informal. These are relaxed conversations. It's relaxed. Let's just talk. Some people say they don't have the opportunity to practice English. That is why we're here. I'm relaxed. I'm drinking coffee. I'm just saying hello to everyone. That's what I do. Okay, so do I have pets? At the moment, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have pets. I would love a dog. I had a dog most of my life. But I changed country, and it's difficult when you change countries to have pets. Oh, just about did something I didn't want to do. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, so let's look at, for example, let's start with this. Would any of you like to relive a birthday? Oops, no, wrong one. A birthday. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Would you like to relive a special birthday? But my question is, in your country, which birthday is the most important birthday in your country? For example, example, in some countries, it's the 15th birthday. Yeah, like in Mexico. Or in some countries, like in New Zealand, it was the 21st birthday. Okay? Now look at this. We use ordinal numbers. We don't say birthday 15 or 15 birthday. We say 15th. 15th birthday. My 10th birthday. But this one changes. 21st birthday. That's the most important birthday in New Zealand, is the 21st birthday. You have a huge, huge party. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, I do love your video. Do you have pets? I have 2 dogs and 1 cat. Really? What's the name of your cats and dogs? Haha. Hello, Athman. I would like to relive my school days. Being a student is easy. So true. And when we're students, we don't realize it. Yes, if you are a student now, enjoy this moment. Enjoy this time of your life. You think, oh, I hate school. School is terrible. No way. School can be awesome. I mean, I went to many different schools. I didn't have many friends at school because I went from one school to another school because I was a terrible student. Nah, just kidding. I went to many schools. But school is that part of your life where it's just easier. Life is you're more free. Yes, you have homework and everything, but whatever. So yeah, and when we're students, we don't realize it. I'm a teacher now, and it means tons of work. Teachers have a lot of work. I love it though. Yes. Anthony, thanks. Do I like coffee, Gust? Yes, I do like coffee. I like coffee, tea, water, rum, lots of different things. Yes. The 12th birthday. Really? That's interesting. What country is that? Is it Algeria, is it? Just looking at the flag. So the 12th birthday is important. It's interesting, really interesting. Hafida, I would relive a day in which my mother was still alive. Oh, I miss her so much. Yes, I know a lot of people that would do that. I would love to just spend one day with my grandmother again. She was so nice to me. It was nice. I would relive just one day with her, and I would ask her so many different questions about her. Just talking, spending time. I would love to do that. Yes. Every day is good for Brazilians to party. Exactly. In Brazil, what birthday is the most important? When you turn when you become 15 years old, or 21 years old, or 18 years old? For you, everyone, let me know in the chat. Let me know. I like coffee. Do you like coffee? Yep, I love coffee. I'm a student. It's fun. It is very fun to be a student, Charlie. Le match wird 6th of November. And why? Oh, that's a special day. When I use do and does, I have a video about do and does, Mirta Aldana Cifuentes. I have a video about do and does. Look for it on this Woodward English channel. Algeria, yes. 15 for the girls and 18 for the boys. Really? Interesting. Good night, Alicia, I think it is. Thank you. So, okay, so Francisco. So it's 15 for the girls. What country? I'm assuming that's Mexico. 15 for the girls and 18 for the boys. It's interesting how that's so different according to... That's really interesting. Have a good night, Alicia. 18 or 0 perhaps when you're born. Yo soy español y no entiendo muy bien el inglés todavía. Don't worry. Don't worry, Johnny. Try. Don't worry if it's basic. Don't worry if it can be basic English or anything. Don't worry. Try. Good night, teacher. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Bye, Khalid. It's great to have you here. 5 o'clock in the morning. That's early. So, and Steffi says in Italy it's the 18th birthday. That's good. Thank you for letting me know, Steffi. In the United States, it's the 18th birthday. Really? That's interesting. I love learning about other countries and the cultures and things like this. In New Zealand, it's the 21st birthday, and it is a big celebration. Your Spanish sounds so natural. It's because it's it's the coffee. It makes me. It's Colombian coffee. Not true. Which country do I live in? New Zealand. I live in New Zealand. I've lived in different countries around the world. One other country. But yeah, I live in New Zealand right now. I've been in New Zealand again for like 3 years. I'm from New Zealand. And I went to South America for many years. And then I returned back. Thank you, Ethman. You did the Dominican Republic. I didn't say it in Spanish this time. And the question, which? Are you drinking mate? Ooh, and you share. I've got a thing for mate here in my house. I've got a thing with the bombi. I don't know with the straw, the metal straw. I know the word in Spanish, but not in English. Crazy. The metal straw thing. Yeah, I would relive the college days with my best friend. Again, everyone's going back to college and school and everything like that. There's nothing like sharing a mate with your friends. If you don't know what mate is, it's a typical drink, especially in Argentina, and some other places too, but especially in Argentina. Yeah, and you have this it's like a type of herb called mate hierba, something like that. And it's like, just imagine like tea, but it's not tea. It's like a type of plant, and you put hot water in it, and you just drink it, and you share it around. It's a good thing. What, excuse me, what is the official language in New Zealand? We have 3 official languages. We have English is the main language. We have Maori, which I'll write. Here it is. We have Maori, and which is the native language, and we have sign language also. Communicate. There's 3 official languages in New Zealand. What's the official? Yeah. What was your favorite place? My favorite place in South America? Oh, South America in general. I had so much fun. I love nature. I love. You got the different extremes. You got the desert. You got the glaciers. You got everything. Why use it in? Which day would it be? Okay, why did I use that? That's a very good question. Okay, whoops. What did I just do? Which day would it be? Now, this it is a pronoun. Instead of saying it, I can say, which day would that day be? Okay? So instead of saying, which day would that day be, that is repetition. It is repetition. Which day would that day be? And to avoid repetition, we use pronouns. Which day would it be? Sounds better. For example, I say, John is tall. John is crazy. John is intelligent. If I say John, repeat John a lot, it's repetition, repetitive. So we use pronouns. John is tall. He is crazy. He is intelligent. Okay? So we use it. So it replaces the day. Which day? That's the reason why. Great question. El que falla los penales. He who misses penalties. That's a good name. I like it. It's in Spanish. That's the he who misses penalties. Have you ever been to Mexico? No, I've never been to Mexico. I would love to go to Mexico. I have a very good friend in Mexico who works in the New Zealand embassy. She's in Mexico. And yeah, she loves it. In my country, Colombia is special the 15th birthday. How do you celebrate it? I'm an English student, but I'm Italian. Italiana. Claudia, I would learn good English. I hope so. Use the language like you do now. You will improve a lot. It's always important. Thanks, I'm from Mexico. It's a great name, that. Okay, so anyone here? Is there anyone here in the audience that would relive a special birthday? Or nah? Anyone that would relive a special birthday? I could live my 21st birthday. That's the most important one. My 21st birthday. Thank you for asking. What did I do? I had a costume party. I'll write that if I can. Hope I spelled this one correctly, because I always get this mixed up. Costume party. Because sometimes I put custom, because I write custom all the time. Costume party. For my 21st birthday, we had a costume party at my house. I had a costume party, and I was a musketeer. Ha ha! A purple musketeer. But anyway, I was a musketeer. And that was a good one. And I had some electric guitars. We had some friends that played music. Everyone was in costume. It was a good evening, night, morning. That was a good one. So yes, I would relive my 21st birthday. I don't remember other birthdays. I said a birthday when I was 8 years old. That was it. Just a small birthday with a friend. But the only birthday I'll probably relive, 21st birthday, yes. And if I could invite my wife to that one, oh, better. Even better. Okay, so what else we got here? I feel confident with your English class. That's good. Hello, a couple of tips for learning English. Okay. Couple of tips for learning English. Use English as much as possible. Writing, speaking, reading, using the language. Using it's the most important thing. I always say that. Use the language. Me encanta tu español. You like my Spanish? Yeah, it's okay. Rob, is there any grammar book that you recommend for improving our English? And by the way, are you a fan of the All Blacks? Always. If you're from New Zealand, you are a fan of the All Blacks. Yes, I know what happened against Argentina last week. There's that sad thing. Argentina played incredibly well against the All Blacks. All Blacks is the name of the New Zealand rugby team because they're all in black. It's just the name of them, if you want to know. And yes, Argentina played very, very, very well. Incredible. Really well done. For the first time in their history, they beat the All Blacks. I'm saying this live. It's terrible, but it's true. Well done. So you want me to recommend a grammar book? There are many, many grammar books. Oh, one I like is, I can't remember the name, but the author is Swan. Does anyone remember the name of this English book? Called Swan. Swan, it's his surname. And it's like English grammar. Oh, God. Essential English grammar. Oh. Can someone, if any English teachers here, please, if you're an English teacher, you know this book, Swan. If someone can type the name of this book, grammar book, in the chat, I'll really appreciate it if you're an English teacher. It's someone Swan. I just can't remember it at the moment. But yeah, there's lots of, you don't need a specific grammar book. There's lots of YouTube channels, lots of information on the internet too. So yes, Raul. Yes, I am a fan of those guys. Hello all. Deborah. No thanks, my birthday was a mess. That's good. Good night. Good night, Raghib. I'm Dr. Mahmoud. Okay, I'm not going to say your names because I don't want to make a mess. I got my Doctor of Science from Finland. You're Egyptian. It's my pleasure to follow your presentation. I'm studying agricultural sciences. Great. Great to have you here, Doctor. Was it Michela? Michela. Good night from Italy. Good evening. It's good morning here in New Zealand. I need to learn English. I love books in this idiom. We say language, not idiom, because there's a difference between idiom and language. Michael Swan, thank you. That's it. Practical. Thank you. That's it. Thank you. I knew there'd be a teacher somewhere. That's exactly the one. This is the one I recommend. But this is practical English. I mean, there's no practice in this book, but just the notes and everything are great. Practical English usage, and the guy is Michael. Yeah, that's right. I just remember his name, Michael. So that's a grammar book. There's no exercises, it's just grammar rules. I like this one, just the detail. It sort of like inspired me. It's like, wow, this is good explanations. What else we got? I need to learn English. I love so I was going to say the difference between. Okay, let's have a look at this. What is the difference between this idiom and language? There's a big difference, because I know in some languages they say idioma. Idioma is not idiom. Idioma is language, okay? So language, I speak language, English, Spanish, Arabic, French, Portuguese. There are lots of languages in the world. That is language. But an idiom is an expression or a phrase where from the meaning, from the words, it's like, what? It's true. I mean, this is the classic idiom, which I'll write it. But it's some people, I use it. But some teachers don't like this idiom for some reason. It's the typical English teacher idiom. Guess what it is? It's raining cats and dogs. Okay. Now, some teachers, they don't like this idiom. I don't care. It's a part of the English language. Now, if you look at this, it says, it's raining cats and dogs, and you think, what? Meow. It doesn't mean that. An idiom is like is like a group of words or like expression where literally it's not logical. It has a different meaning. It's raining cats and dogs means it's raining heavily. Now, nowadays, it's not used very much. I sometimes use it, honestly. I use it once a year, maybe. If it's like raining very heavily, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. But some teachers, they say, no, it's like, don't teach this because no one uses it. Some people do, some people don't. I don't care. Learn it. You may hear it, you may see it, you may read it. That is an example of an idiom. Give me another example of an idiom. Idiom is not just local. It's like usually around the world. For example, to hit. I'm under the weather. Here's another one. I'm under the weather. Here's another one. I'm under the weather. It doesn't mean, oh, it's raining on top of me, or it's sunny on me, or no. It means I feel sick, okay? I feel sick. I feel down. I don't feel well, okay? So, that's what means anything. I'm under the weather. What is the association with weather? And I don't feel good. I feel bad, okay? It's like there are set expressions that if you read it, like, what is that? Okay? And they have a different meaning and context. So that's the difference between idiom and language, just so you know. What else we got here? Oh, going back up. I'm going through I read all of the comments. That's what we're here for. I read all of the comments. We say, oh God, I lost the comments now. Where are they? I would relive my childhood. It was a wonderful time. That's good, Mariam. Your birthday was the 18th of November. Really? That was like a couple of days ago. 54 years old. Happy birthday. Okay, everyone, start singing in the chat. Just kidding. How can I get that book? You can get it online, bookstores. Look in the teachers section. Yeah, Michael Swan. Hey, you're my idol. I'm not an idol of anyone. I'm just an English teacher. Greetings from Peru. Saludos. You're amazing. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Jose. Yeah. My classes aren't perfect. You'll see some of them have got mistakes. Good night, Karine. What would you suggest to write better essays? Oh, I remember teaching essay writing in IELTS. I did IELTS classes and essays. There's some formulas that you can use. For example, the introduction should be 4 sentences. There's a whole strategy. It's not something that you can explain in 1 sentence or 2 sentences. For example, I have an IELTS lesson. It's not on YouTube at the moment, but I will create it eventually. For example, only about the introduction, how it's normally 4 sentences and it's general and it gets more specific and it's like an inverted pyramid. I've got all of these techniques, which one day I will create. But these English videos and things I create when I have some free time. So, yeah. In my opinion, I think I know English, but when I try to speak English, I fail. Don't worry about that, Teresa, or Teresa. I don't know how you want me to pronounce it. Yeah, never worry about making mistakes. The most important thing is communication. That's the most important thing. That's another good one. Mamita. Mamita Liberty. Mamita. Asar, Understanding and Using English Grammar is another example of a great book. I recommend that grammar book too, because that's got exercises and things to practice. That one's good. Hi, Ambrose. Nice to see you. Idioms are kind of useful everyday phrases. Yes. I mean, idioms are not used much when you're speaking in every day, but they do appear. And if someone says an idiom to you, you can be, what? Oh, it's like, yeah. And, oops, I've gone on, where's all of this? You should talk about phrasal verbs. People here are going to have a lot of fun. Ooh, phrasal verbs? That is why I created entire lessons about phrasal verbs. My last one was on, I think, Monday, Tuesday. I created a lesson about get by. It has 3 different meanings. If you want to speak like a native, like a native speaker, as in like with the language, instead of idioms, learn phrasal verbs. Like phrasal verbs, 90%. Idioms, no, phrasal verbs, 95%. Idioms, 5%. I would totally learn phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs happen every hour that I speak. All of the time. They're very frequent in English. Everyone. Doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, crazy, intelligent, whatever. It's just everyone uses. Doesn't matter if you're a university lecturer or you're at kindergarten. You use phrasal verbs all of the time. Get up. Wake up. These are phrasal verbs. Okay? Anyway, so definitely. Albert, that explanation of it's raining cats or dogs is exactly what it is, but I won't say it. Break your leg. Exactly. That's another example of an so many of these. Break your leg, calm before the storm. But I just want to learn English with you. Yeah. Be under snow. Don't judge the book by its cover. Well, these are lots of good idioms here. Yes, phrasal verbs are my hard part in learning process. Totally true. Hi, Mary. You're new here. It's great to have you here, Mary. I think you have to memorize. Exactly. You have to memorize phrasal verbs like irregular verbs. Exactly. You have to memorize phrasal verbs like irregular verbs. You'd have to memorize them. There's no secret ingredient. Boris, could you speak slower, please? Yes, sometimes I speak very quickly. Thank you for reminding me. I should have less coffee. These conversations are normally at an intermediate level. But yes, sometimes I get excited. I have so many things I want to say. And I don't use my teacher English. Teacher English is when you speak slowly and correctly, so all of the students can understand what you say. That is teacher English. I sometimes speak teacher English, but in these relaxed conversations, I speak my English, my normal English. Sometimes slower, but sometimes, yes, Boris, I'll try and speak slowly. He cried crocodile tears. Mary asked me, how many times a week do you have live lessons? Now, normally, not frequently, once a month, 2 months, but now I'm going to try and have live English lessons every week. At the same time, approximately. Sometimes at different hours, but usually Saturday. It's Saturday here in New Zealand, which is Friday in your countries. It depends. If I have something to do on Saturday, birthdays or something, I won't do it. But in general, I will let you know in advance. I will say, okay, on Saturday coming up, I will do a live lesson so that you know. So I plan to do it once a week. That's my intention. But every week on Mondays, for the Woodward English channel members, I do live for 3 or 4 hours every Monday, New Zealand time. I create my charts, I create a video, and I chat to people in the chat. We just talk and we share, relax, talk about life. It's just relaxing. But that's for members of the channel, which you can join with that join button. But the open to the public, I plan to do once a week. So, same time, same channel. How is the weather in your country? Today it's cloudy. Today it's cloudy. Hello, Jessica from Sicily. It's midnight there. Good. I'm going to watch your videos for the exam. Wish good luck. Good luck, mate. I hope you do well in the exam. And your hello to Turkey, everyone. Yeah. Phrasal verbs are not easy to memorize. No, they're not easy to memorize at all. They're difficult. Thank you. Thanks. I've got Bolivia in the house. I'm trying to speak English, but I can't. Don't worry. Use it. Regards to Venezuela. Saludos to Venezuela. Or every week live Western would be great. That's what I plan to do, Mary. But sometimes I have things that happen in my life. For example, today, I have a bit of a cold. So I have lots of pills and things like ching. And I was sick yesterday on Thursday. I don't get sick often, like once every 2 or 3 years I'm sick. And I was sick on Thursday and Friday, yesterday. And I thought, I have a live lesson. I hope I'm okay tomorrow. And today I'm okay. But I fulfilled my promise. And, I talked to some teachers. They told me you are intermediate. Yes, the conversations are intermediate. And some told me low intermediate. The question is, how can I cross this level? I've been in this level too long. That happens. It's difficult to advance from intermediate to advanced level. And it can be very frustrating. But be patient. For example, when you start learning English, This is what happens when you're a beginner. It's like this. Wow. You just like, you learn really quickly, because when you like, I am, you are, to be, everything's new, and it's like, oh, I learned new things, and now the present tense, oh, now the future tense, now the past tense. Oh, wow, lots of words and things, and you feel you advance a lot. But what happens when you get to intermediate level? It's called a plateau. You go up, 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 like, oh, I'm learning a lot, and then plateau at intermediate level. And it can be frustrating at an intermediate level because you feel you are not advancing, but you are advancing. The thing is that you are advancing, but there are many things that are like, oh, I don't know how to explain it. It's like there are no big wow moments. For example, when you're a basic beginner student, it's like, oh, wow, future tense, oh, wow, past tense, oh, perfect tense, a big wow moments. And now it's like, oh, I learned. But when you're intermediate level, it's like there are little things that you need to learn. There are no big wow moments. So you're learning little things, so you feel you're not advancing, but you are advancing. And you feel, but it's just slower. It's just slower. It feels slower. And the only way really to get from an intermediate level to an advanced level is, I mean, you can study, do lots of exercises, practice, yes, but it takes time. Don't worry, it takes time. But when you're, like, one of the best ways is being in a country. Like, I learned a lot of Spanish when I was in a Spanish-speaking country. It's like, whoa, I need to eat. How can I ask for food? How can I... You learn in the environment and you hear it more. The more interaction you have with a language, the more you advance. So, yeah. So don't worry. It's like intermediate. It's how to cross a level. It takes time. And it can be, and you can feel you're not advancing, but you are. There are many phrasal verbs. There's like 20,000 phrasal verbs or something like that. I had a book with phrasal verbs. It's like 20,000. It's just like, how are you supposed to know? What do you do in New Zealand? Are you an English teacher? I was an English teacher for 20-something years. many years. I was an English teacher. And I had a language school with my wife. We have a language school. We taught different languages and everything. But now in New Zealand, I spend my time creating resources for teachers. I create, and for people learning languages, but I create resources for teachers. That's what I do during the day. My Spanish is perfecto? No. Not really. It's okay. If you are learning English, you should enjoy the Exactly, Charles. If you learn, that's a very good thing you said, Charles. If you're learning English, you should enjoy the process and make it a part of your life. Exactly. I see. I hope you're getting well soon. Yeah, I'm okay. Sometimes I might start coughing, sneezing. Last night, I sneezed like 7 times, like, sneeze, like this. Oh, no, what did I just do? Oh, oops, I just lost my chat. No. Man, I accidentally touched a button. I lost my chat for a moment. Okay. Okay, I was going to move this to one side so I don't accidentally touch it again. Okay, look at this word. Sneeze, it's a verb. To sneeze. To sneeze is this. To sneeze, achoo. That is sneeze. Last night, sneezed 7 times in a row. And I think, oh, I hope it doesn't happen during the, it doesn't happen during the stream. Greetings from Poland. I like to use idioms, but sometimes I don't know the exact ways to use. Please give exact suggestions. At the moment, I wouldn't use idioms much. If you're learning the language, I would avoid using idioms. I would concentrate on phrasal verbs. Idioms, I use an idiom once a month, perhaps once a month, but phrasal verbs all the time. Concentrate on those. Poland is Polonia in Spanish. It is. I guess conditionals are very hard for learners to use. Conditionals, yes. Conditionals are one of those wow moments, like for intermediate level. But it's like it takes time to learn that. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I like your show. Is this a show? I'm level 0 and I understand a little bit. Don't worry. Listen, pay attention. Thank you very much. I am from Peru. Thank you. Thank you, Milagros. Hey, wishing you a healthy life, just to see the last guys around me and to memorize it. And I'd like to say the day I'd like to relive would be the last of mine. Oh. You'd like to relive your last day. But that's in the future. It might be hard, but yeah. To sneeze is estornudar. Yes, it is. It's 8:15 here in Brazil. Greetings. What do you think about Grammarly app? Never used it. Their adverts appear all the time. Do another way, an app program to improve my writing? No, honestly, I don't. No, like any apps for writing, I haven't really paid attention. Okay, so we've talked about reliving a special birthday and the best birthdays in your parties. So I would live my 21st birthday, yeah, because it was a great night, afternoon, night, morning. It was a long one. Everyone was in costumes. How about this one? Would you like to relive which I would like to relive. Let's say I would like to relive. I would like to relive. Okay. Tell me, chat. I'd like to relive my wedding. What is a wedding? Let me know. Describe wedding. I'm sorry, I don't have money. I can't afford it, but I want to learn English. How can you help me, please? You don't need money to watch videos on YouTube. There are many great teachers on YouTube. I recommend Woodward English. I don't know why. I'm not biased at all. I prefer Woodward English. You don't need money to learn English online. You've got YouTube is incredible. You can learn anything on YouTube. English, you can, it's just, yeah. You don't need money for that. Watch videos on YouTube. There's loads. Just choose the right teachers. What's it? Over here. Woodward English. The only app is to read. Yes, that's also one of the best ways to learn how to write is actually read. Read. And not just on your cell phone. Read books. Read as much as possible. That's a good recommendation. What a strange life. We don't dare to sneeze or cough during this pandemic. In New Zealand, we are very, 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 very fortunate that we have very few cases of it here. And yeah, but even then, if someone sneezes or coughs, people are like, you're like, oh, what happened there? Yeah, that was the other one. Cough and sneeze. Spell cough. Here it is. It's one of those English words. It's like, oh, terrible. Cough. Where is it? Get over here. Oops, wrong way. This one. Cough. Pronounce like an F. Cough. That's cough. English is terrible like that. How many phrasal verbs do you invite to study per day? Even one a day? Minimum one a day if you can. 2 is good. I wouldn't do many. It's like most important is to practice using it. learn one phrasal verb. I have a video about phrasal verbs, different meanings, and create examples of those phrasal verbs in every meaning of that phrasal verb. Do that. Just one a day is fine, but every day. After 1 year, there are 365 phrasal verbs you learned. That's good. I'm in East London. And I speak in Cockney. I don't like climbing the apple and pears. That's another level of English. Native English speakers have problems with Cockney. I know what apple and pears are, it's the stairs, but yeah. How can I practice my speaking skills? Yeah. Speaking, here is like chatting. But yeah, it's like there are many things online where you can speak to people. I love your channel very much. It really helps me learning English. Thank you very much from Mexico. Thank you, Yasmin. Which level is recommended to travel to another country? I went to another country when I was 22, my first time. Just whenever. And I learned Spanish when I was older, when I was 20-something. You don't have to be young all the time. Okay, so let's go back to weddings. If we sneeze and cough outside, people will say... Okay, wedding is a multicultural ceremony being customized and also being immersed in religion. It's just a formality action in some society. I love this explanation because we see the guys making babies before wedding. That was a good explanation. Good job, Master, by the way. I'm from Iran. It's great to have you here, mate. Great. Okay, people, I want to know this. Thank you so much. I'm too late in my country. I'm falling asleep. Am I that boring? Am I? Mamita. Oh, Rob, he's so boring. This is good. Look, what you can do, Mamita, you can put the laptop or your phone next to your bed, and you can listen to my voice. Because my voice, people sometimes say my voice makes them sleep. And I will start talking like this, and people just put it next to your bed, and you listen to my voice, and you'll start sleeping. The only problem is if I do this. You might wake up. I do things like that. You might suddenly wake up. So probably don't put the phone next to help you sleep, because I do strange things like that. Okay. So, audience, people in the chat, if you are married, some people are not married. I have a question for you. Would you relive your wedding? What is a wedding? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, no, you got the different music. Would you relive your wedding? Let me know in the chat. It takes time. Here it's 2 a.m. I'm trying to watch. Do you need some more alarms? Here we go. Here's a rooster for you. Wake up, everyone. You're having a giraffe. I'm married with 3 children. Cool. Good to know. Would you relive the day of your wedding? I think I would like to relive the day of my wedding. And my wife, she probably would like to relive that day. And my wife would say, no. The priest says, do you accept Rob as your husband? And my wife says, no. She'll change her mind. Nah, she wouldn't. I hope she doesn't change her mind. I would never change my mind. I will continue to say yes. I will continue to say yes at the altar. Excuse me. Excuse me. I told you I wasn't feeling the best last night and the days before. Okay, I'm not married. I'm lucky. But marriage can be a wonderful experience. I've been married for, I don't know how many years. 18 years. No regret at all. It depends on the right, if you're with the right person, it's actually really cool. So I have a question for you. If you're married, was everyone you wanted at your wedding? Was everyone you wanted at your wedding? Wow, what is the difference in usage of fundamental, basic, and foundational? That's for another lesson, not for this lesson. Sorry, Hardy. Well, that's the completely other lesson we're going to talk about. So, if you're married, was everyone at the wedding? Like, imagine now, the times of the pandemic and, the virus and everything like that. Some people plan to be married and they cannot get married and they cannot have a wedding, or they have a wedding and there's maximum, 10 people or X people or no people. Must be difficult for some people. This year, not many people are having weddings or getting married. You should drink water, please. Yes. Thank you, Emmanuel. That's better. Ah, now I can sing. Ah. I won't sing. Don't worry. How about, would you change something about your wedding? My wedding continued until 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, not just the wedding. The wedding was like 1 hour. The celebrations of the wedding. Until 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, brilliant, brilliant. I remember food, cake, champagne. You're all so tired. Yes, I know. Lots of people. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in some countries, and I thank you for being here. Your problem is the practice with the irregular verb. I have a video about irregular verbs in the past tense. You might want to watch that one. Let's have a look at another one. Another one is, would you relive? This is the birth of someone, like a family member, a child, your child. Would you like to, no. I would like to, there it is, relive the birth. Okay, let's look at this. Get up there. I would like to relive, we'll put that one there for now. Okay, let's look at this. Now, birth is the noun. But what is the verb? The verb is actually, to be born. So the verb for this one is to be born. There we go. Birth is the noun. So relive the birth of someone. It's like the day someone was born. No wife, no kids, no problems. Yeah. 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, no way. That's... My English is not good. Can you help me, please? Yes, I'm helping right now. 5 o'clock in the morning. No way. 5 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. Deborah. I'm 26 and I'm not married, and I don't want to be married. But maybe one day with an amazing person. Who knows? Exactly. I didn't get married until, I can't remember how old I was. 29, 30-ish. Can't remember. Around there. Got to enjoy your life. But then you'll find that person and then you'll fall for them, and then, yeah. Yes, it is nice to relive the birth of my second kid. First one? Nah, not interested in the first child. Why the second child? Why? Not interested in the first child. You specified the second child. Why? She was born in Finland. Interesting. Relive. Relive means to live again. To experience a situation again. I would like to relive or experience again. To live that moment again. The birth of someone. Like the birth of of your son, of your daughter, of someone, or of your grandchild, if you're older, of your grandchild. That would be interesting. The problem is 5 a.m. in India. Wow. 11 p.m. in Liverpool. Hey. I'm 33 and you're not married. When people say, I'm not married, within 12 months, they get married. It's a tradition. I'm new. I want to see all your videos. Got lots of videos there. Now, the thing is, what made that moment special if you have a child? Also, people will say, I would like to relive the birth of my son or my daughter. Now, would you like to relive that birth if you're a woman? Because as I understand, I'm not a woman. There's a lot of pain. It hurts. So maybe if you're a woman, you might not want to relive that moment because of the pain. Or maybe, yes, that moment where it happens is like, not worried about the pain, that moment, the first moment of holding that baby next to your chest. Very special moment. Viviana Ortega. Your Spanish sounds better than I remembered. I've got a cold. That's why it probably sounds okay. I'm having a really good time. This reminds me of those days at the Institute. Really? Greetings to the family, Vivi. Ah, so you're saying my Spanish was terrible before? It's so great to have you along here, Vivi. I didn't associate the name when you mentioned the Institute. We had good times at the Institute. Yes, the barbecues, the ping pong championships, the red wine nights, international food nights. I remember a great barbecue. Yes. What, you talking about the barbecue at the Institute or barbecue when your child was born? You like to relive that moment. Hi from Libya. My first child was born in Egypt. And at those moments, I was not there. I was in Finland. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I just traveled 3 days after my first child was born. Oh, that must have been difficult for you. That must have been really difficult. So I can imagine now why you say the second child when you are there present. I would like to relive the birth of my dad. Whoa, I'm looking at like Back to the Future, the timeline. I would like to relive the birth of my father. Really? That's the first time I've heard someone say that. That's really interesting, Mamita. Wow. I see one video now. It's so nice. I want to see all your videos. I've got all of the videos are there on my YouTube channel. This one. Albert says, I'm 49 and 50 in February. No wife, no kids. I'm blessed. Yeah. Some people, they choose that. Everyone can choose the path they want. Hi, I'm from India. I bow to you. No need to bow to me at all. Just say hello. That's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't enter another video of yours. It demands something. Yes, I'm sorry. I did. No, you don't. You're welcome here. These are the videos that the live lessons that I will start doing. I'll try to do every week. So you have an opportunity. Make video on the difference in the meaning of usage. Eventually, I will do that. I would like to relive my 18th birthday. Excellent. Why? To hug my aunt one last time. Oh, that's so sad. But I can understand that. It's like someone that's not here now, you just love to hug them just one more time. And I think people would like to do that. The teacher means to relive something from your life. Because, I don't think that your father was born when you were alive. Because it's just time paradoxes don't happen. So that's one thing. Okay, another moment. Let's talk about this one. Another moment that you can relive. Let's put these over here. How about a travel moment? A travel moment. Okay, travel. Remember, this is the verb. Verb. The verb. And this one is, what is the noun? I travel, and I'm going to do this now because I know someone will make this mistake. Okay. I don't know why I put them in order like that. Okay, to travel and a trip. One's the verb, one's the noun. Don't mess these up. So, to travel and trip. Is there a moment in your past, like a trip you would like to relive? Like one day on a trip you would like to relive? Traveling? Yep. Is there a moment, like the day you visited a place you always wanted to visit? Like the Eiffel Tower. I want to relive that moment because it was so special. Or could be like for some religious reasons, like they would go to Mecca or things like that. But just a moment, like, or maybe your first time in another country. Would you like to relive that day? It could be a good experience. It could be a difficult experience. Would you relive that day? Let me know in the chat. Come on, I'm going to wait for your answers. Or maybe the last day before you travel to another country. Would you relive that moment? It was my last day. I was with my family or my friends before I went to live in another country. Some people do that. Good morning. Great. Someone's in this part of the... Good morning. It's morning here in New Zealand too. Would anyone... Yes, when I traveled to Estonia in the boat. It was amazing during Christmas time. Really? That's cool. So you would relive that day. Student. From Finland to Estonia. So that day, you went from Finland to Estonia. Okay. Just like, travel. If you are fortunate and can travel, it's like the best experiences for you, especially if you go to a country that does not speak your language. Good morning. Everyone's waking up. What time is it? It's midday here. We're in the afternoon in New Zealand now. Yeah, it's gonna go to my sound effects. You're living in Cambodia. Cool. It's early in the morning. Everyone's awake early. That's good. I like that. Regards from Argentina. It is evening now, and Colombia. So it's okay. So let's going back to the topic, the travel. Is there a trip you were on, a day that you remember, like the first time I saw the San Rafael glacier? That day. That's in Argentina, if you're wondering. So you're there and it's like, you think you know glaciers? Go to that in the south of Argentina. Now that I remember, for old Miss Tolaba, I can't read the rest. Tolava. Is like that first time looking at, it's huge. It is huge. It's not big. It is huge. The glacier is like, whoa. And you discover, I am so small in this world, in this universe. That's one example. What about another time? Is there a day that you traveled that you would like to relive? Let me know in the chat. A day where you traveled. I would relive. Okay, Dalila says, I would relive my trip to Oregon. Why? And this is the typical question. The secret teachers always use to get students to talk is this. This is the secret ingredient for teachers. Why? Teachers love it. Why? Would you like to, what's your favorite month? January. And the teacher comes in with, why? You're going to make me speak. And the teacher doesn't need to speak. It's the students. So why would you like to relive your trip to Oregon? I'm always interested. I would like to visit London. Have you been to London in the past? Eleodoro from Venezuela. I would relive the day at India. Which day would it be? So you went when you're in which day? Specify the day. I would relive your trip to London. Ooh, that sounds interesting. So you would relive that time you went to London. And how was that experience, Raquel? How was that experience? Were you surprised? Shocked? Was it better than you expected? Or worse? Or like, eh? Or how was the experience? Your first time in London? Like, your first impressions? Your first... Was it different from what you expected? You're so nice and kind and smart and wonderful, and I think you're so nice to help people to know or learn English. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Kamid. I'm confused between the usage of with a view to doing something with a view and a view to doing something. Put that in the comments section of the video, not in the chat. Because when it's in the comments section, I remember I have to think about that topic so I can create videos. When it's in the chat, sometimes I forget. Yes, my teachers always ask why. Secret ingredient for teachers. No, I've never been abroad. Not yet. Not yet. One day. I had a scholarship and met lots of nice people and great places. Oh, that's cool. The best experience I've ever had. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you for sharing that, Dalila. That's cool. So, yes, so you would like to relive that moment, like, oh, new things. I will relive when my trip to Argentina. Okay. Which part? Was it the part with the asados, the barbecues? Which part of your trip to Argentina would you like to live? And Viviana, she's there lurking in the background. My journey to Krabi in Thailand. Ooh, interesting. Tell me about that experience. I know nothing about Krabi in Thailand. It was fantastic. I hope to go there again. Tell me about your travel experiences. Vivi, you have to come to New Zealand. Please come to New Zealand. I can get you into lots of trouble. And Angelica also. I would love to relive my trip to Cuba. Regards from Nicaragua. Cuba, interesting. Tell me why. Why Cuba? Why Argentina? Give me more information. It was very exciting. I almost fainted when I saw the river Thames. Yeah, the name of that river in Spanish is Thameses, but in here it's Thames. We don't pronounce it's weird. I call it Thames. Thames. We've got a city or town in New Zealand called Thames. So hopefully I'm saying that right. I would relive my trip to Chiapas. I know it's in Mexico because I went with my family, having so many good times together, memories, a great value. Yes, especially when you have a good time with your family. Some of my best experiences are traveling with my family. The best experience in my life, moments that I would like to relive, are traveling with my family, like being on Easter Island, for example, and like the young and the children, like, oh, and just learn. Oh no, just traveling to the local beaches, just like so many different experiences, like and just watching like their eyes like open up and everything. That's just the best. Oops, get that there. Yeah, so traveling with a family, those are the best memories you can have, I think. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, it depends on the family. Some families, like, if you fight with them, you're welcome. Why some people pronounce Boston and Boston, and not Boston. I don't know. No idea. Depends on the person, depends on where, the regional differences. My trip to the beach. Which beach? Specify. Emmanuel. Pardon. Sorry. My trip to the beach. You'd like to relive your 15th birthday? Really? Tell me about that birthday and why. Fabio. Hello, Mr. Woodward. Just call me Rob. My name's Rob. Everyone calls me Rob. How are you? I'm awesome. What is my first language is English. My first language is English. And I didn't learn my second language until I was 20-something. Yes, I was very old. Hi. Anyone here? Anyone here? Here? No. There is no one here. Here we go. Of course there's everyone's here. This is where the party's happening. Damn. Yeah. Good evening. I'm Cleophas. Subtitles in English. And this is live. So I'm not able to do it in subtitles. I don't know how to do the subtitles. But the other videos, I try and put the subtitles in my videos. I try to put my subtitles in the videos, but it takes time. And YouTube changed their system to put subtitles, makes it more difficult. It's like, ugh. But I try to do subtitles in all of my videos. Depends when I have time. Sometimes I don't have time. Oh, I'd like to relive when I found my cats. Oh, that's cute. They're so cute and small. Oh, that's a nice experience to relive. That's a cool one, Deborah. That's neat. Yay. You're from Brazil. I would relive one day of my life. It would be the day when I was in Canada, which was the first time I've ever been there. Oh, the emotion of being in a country for the first time, Fabio. How was that experience? How did you feel, Fabio? Let me know. I'm interested in learning about experience of people the first time they're in a country. I'm always interested. Excuse me, gotta have some more coffee. Yes, it's cold coffee, but I don't care. Still good. It's like a liter here. I would like to travel to London because I study English to be a teacher. And my teachers made me like Britain. Oh, if you were my student, you'd go to New Zealand. So much better than Britain. Oh, I'm not biased at all. But I had many students, when I taught English in South America, I had many students that came to New Zealand, studied English, and some are now living in New Zealand. Some did masters, some doing PhDs, doctorates here in New Zealand. And I have met students, this is cool, students that I met in New Zealand, in Chile, for example, I've met here in New Zealand. And it's like, cool. It's like, yay, that's cool. It's the best thing ever. When I can meet students in other countries. That's cool. So when I visit your country, I hope I can meet a lot of you. It'd be so cool. But we have to wait for the virus to disappear. But anyway, I would like to... hang on, 1 second. Visiting up the top. The what do you call it? The chat was going quickly for me. I had an amazing time visiting the southern provinces of Thailand. I'd love to go to Thailand. I love to go everywhere. Honestly, I'd love to go everywhere. Indonesia, Thailand, India, Japan, China, Europe. I've already done lots of South America. I need to go to Venezuela. I haven't been to Venezuela yet. I've been to Colombia. I've been everywhere. But like, there's some... so many places I would like to visit. And it's like Thailand's like, I'd like to go there. It was an amazing time. I really enjoyed. Is your English British or American? It is New Zealand English, which is closer to British English. But personally, I would not worry about learning British English, learning American English. I would just learn anything except for Australian English. Just kidding. I would learn English in general. I would learn English. Communicate. Don't worry about trying to be British English, American English. Don't worry about it. Learn English. Communicate. Don't worry about trying to be a perfect native English speaker, blah, blah, blah level. Communicate. That is the most important thing. Communicate. Express what you feel, what you like. That's the most important thing. I would like to travel to Argentina because it's the best country I've ever seen. I've never seen. Yeah, I see what you did there. The culture, like it a lot, and people are very friendly. Yeah, there's some friendly Argentinians, some that aren't friendly, but that's the same as everywhere in the world. But yeah, in general, they're friendly. How many days are you live stream? Once a week, 2 weeks, depends. If you follow Woodward English on Twitter, or if you subscribe to the channel, but especially on Twitter, I let you know when I go live. Sometimes I go live teaching English, sometimes I go live playing games. Yeah, that's something else. That's Woodward Games. I just play games and I chat to people, have fun. But yeah, on Twitter is the best place to follow me, because I always, every day, I'm there. You can ask me questions, you can talk to me, and I read everything. It's easy. Got lots of followers, but I read everyone. It's easy. And yeah, and I let people know when the next live session is. What else we got? I would like to relive to help the poor people because nobody helps them. A specific moment in your past where you would like to have done that? That's a good thing. That's a good thing to do. You're from North Carolina, Alicia? Cool. Hello, Jose. We want you to explain the difference between pronouncing these words, similar words. Where, will, well, his, he's. That's the pronunciation videos are for another lesson. I won't actually go into detail here. Today is just like relaxed conversation. I don't go into detail about grammar unless it's relevant to our topic at hand. But put that in the comments of the video, and yeah, I'll do that. Oops, where is it? Where is? Oh God, I lost everything in my chat. Here it is. My first language is Spanish, but I have a lot of problems trying to speak writing without thinking in Spanish first. Don't worry, it happens to everyone. I don't have problems listening. Everyone at the beginning translates from their language. It's natural. It's not a bad thing. It happens. The more you use the language, the more it disappears. For example, this. If I look at this, and okay, I've already mentioned the word. What was the name of that? It is a mug. Remember? Mug. For one way to remember words is to learn them without translating. For example, if I have this here, this is mug. I'm going to teach you a new word today. This incredibly difficult word is mug. This is mug. Now, if you see the word mug and you look at this, just remember, this is mug. Don't translate. Mug, mug. Next time you see this, mug. Because if you try and translate, you speak Spanish. So if you say, tazón in English is, what is mug if you try and translate, no, just learn, this is mug. Associate this object with this word, mug. Avoid translation. Don't translate it as tazón or whatever it is in your language. How do you say mug in your language? Let me know. I like languages. I like learning. Associate it. And it happens. It happens a lot. But don't worry about it. It happens. A lot of people translate. Can you say my name, please? What's that? Zarya. Can you please make more IELTS classes? Okay, I would like to make more IELTS classes, but they take me weeks to create. Weeks. If I create one IELTS class, It means I cannot create 4 normal classes, and they take me a long time because they are intensive. There are lots of things I need to do. I did IELTS classes when I lived in South America, and a lot of fun, but takes a long time to create. I like the food. You like the food and events. You have to create an account on TikTok. No, I'm not doing TikTok. I don't teach English on TikTok. Not doing TikTok ever. I'm on Instagram. I'm Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. That's about it. But the Twitch I don't use very much. I use it for playing games. What else? Thanks for your recommendation. I came from Brazil, but I studied English in London. Ah, you love London. It's my day. I meet you. I'm happy. I will come back again. Okay, good. It is the T not pronounced in ST clusters. Sometimes I hear in movies like Stephen being pronounced Steven in a standard line. Yeah. Talking about the pronunciation and things like that, I'm going to say that for another lesson. Thanks for answering me, but I don't know. You are American or British? I'm not American. I'm not British. I am from New Zealand. In New Zealand, we speak English. And it's a little towards the British side, but don't worry about it. I'm from New Zealand. Learn English. Communicate. That's all you need. It was awesome. Winnipeg is much smaller than Sao Paulo. Yes, Sao Paulo. Excuse me. Here's my cold. Yeah, Sao Paulo's got like 18 million people. When I was there, it's just like buildings everywhere. You just buildings. I enjoyed it as much as I could. Yes, Winnipeg is a lot smaller. Everything's smaller than Sao Paulo. Except for Mexico City and Tokyo. Please speak softly so you can follow you. Speak softly. Do you want me to speak like this? In ASMR. Hi, Marcos. Someday I will be in New Zealand. That'll be good, Fabio. It's a wonderful place. They filmed The Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. Yes. A lot of movies. You know, The Last Samurai? Tom Cruise, Last Samurai? Wasn't filmed in Japan. It's filmed in New Zealand. Avatar. Oh, you got many movies are filmed in New Zealand. You'll be surprised. New Zealand, Hollywood, and Canada. They're like the 3 big, for big Hollywood productions. They come to New Zealand or Canada or, wherever Hollywood does. All your videos are helpful. Thank you. Mug, cool. I'd like to relive that reunion of my parents because 2 different continents. Like the get together of your parents. Are your parents on 2 different continents? Or you are on a continent different from your parents? Or the day your parents met. No, don't meet, but you won't be born. Thank you very much for your answer. Are you okay? I'm okay. I got a cold. The idioms are complicated. Yeah, the modismos, the idioms are complicated. Is there any possibility to make an interaction or discussion on YouTube or some other applications? We are interacting now on YouTube. I read you. I'm talking to you. This will be valuable for us to talk and discuss ahead of writing. What I have done in the past is I've done a Zoom meeting with some of the WOODWARD English YouTube members. I sent, anyone want to talk with me on Zoom? And there was Iran, that's his name, Iran from Sao Paulo. We got together on Zoom once also. But I sometimes I do that. But it's not often. So that's a way to interact, like visually. I started to follow you. You're an excellent teacher. Oh, thank you, Luis. Making easier and fun. Hello, you're doing a great job. I'm from Mexico. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so we talked about traveling. I would like to relive. Next one. How about this one? A romantic moment. Ooh. How about this one? To relive a romantic How about this one? A romantic moment. No, I don't want any of those ornographic descriptions. I want a romantic moment. Hello, Taiwo. Is there a romantic moment that you'd like to relive? Like the first time you met your partner, if you have a partner. The first time you met your partner is like, na 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 na. You look across the room, and there she was, or there he was, depends what you like. And there she was. And the moment your heart goes and explodes and makes a mess all over the floor because there's blood everywhere. No, it wasn't like that. It was different. Nothing. No romantic moments like, nah. Nah, love is for poets. Is it possible to have conversation with you only to practice English? No, I don't do private lessons or classes or things like that. Because instead of helping one person, I prefer to help many people at the same time. Yeah, I'm not interested in the money of private lessons and one person. I prefer have no money and help many people. Because if I have 1 hour of a private lesson, I prefer 1 hour of creating material, videos and lessons to help many people. And that's what I do. Hi, Angel Ruiz. Many and many romantic moments. Oh, do I want to ask what, why, or will I get into trouble? Many romantic moments. Oh, that's good. Hopefully with your partner from Egypt and not other ones in Finland. The life is nice and we have to enjoy it. Exactly. Life is nice. You have to enjoy the little moments. People need to just, live the moments, small things. Live the small things in life. Just going for a walk. I mean, some people can't go for a walk because they're in lockdown now. But like just with my wife and I, we go for walks and just talk about whatever. And those are small things that you can enjoy in life. Just small things. Hello, Burju. So any romantic, a special date. Okay. Let's go a date. Okay, let's look at this. A date. And here it is. To go on a date. There we go. What is a date? Apart from being a type of fruit. A date. A date. So, it's not actually a verb. I'll get rid of that part. A date is like a romantic experience. Was there like a romantic experience that you remember that you'd like to relive with your partner or a girlfriend? Could be current or in the past. I won't tell anyone. It will just be recorded live for everyone to see later. Oh. Is there a moment that you would like, a romantic moment you would like to remove? Please, there must be some romantic people in the chat somewhere. Nah. Or the moment. What is this? Okay. What is the action when you ask someone to marry you? That action is called, I'll do it here. To propose. To propose. To propose. Now, to propose is when I would like to relive the moment when I met my man. Ooh, give us more details if you can. More details about that, please. It was a dark, stormy night. It was raining heavily. And I was wet all the way through. And no. Okay, so we've got a date. A date is a romantic moment or experiment. Like you go to a restaurant, you go to the movies, you go to, I don't know, give me examples of dates. You give me the examples. You guys need to speak, not me. Going out on a date with your partner to have a romantic moment. You are awesome, Makid. You're awesome. Great. Proposition. It's like, yeah, a proposition. Now, proposition, it's more, I always associate that with like negotiations and things like that. You marry me, I give you good life. That's like a proposition. If you marry me, I will give you many children. That's that for me. Proposition is like that. It's like, you buy this product, you will grow 10 feet tall. It's not always like that. To propose, it's where you get down on one knee and you say, will you marry me? And the person says, nah. Multiple times they say, nah. That is to propose. See you later. Thank you for your lesson. See you later, Emmanuel. Great to have you along. Come along next time. Having date with my girlfriend was one of my best experiences. Oh, that's so nice. Tell me more. Every week you do classes online? Sometimes. I try now and in the future. I try every week. Usually at the same time and the same day. Around the same time, same day. Okay. I want to hear from you these romantic moments. The moment you proposed to your partner. Was that a good experience? Or the moment of your first kiss? No, maybe don't want to know about that in too much detail. Bye, CSR. So, these are different moments that you can relive. Any romantic people? Or how about another moment? How about this? A sporting moment. How about this one? A sporting moment. A sporting moment, like the day you got a goal that won the match. I wish I can still go out to date with my husband, leaving our children at home. Well, sometimes you can leave them at home. Just saying. Depends on how old they are. Bye, Sarah. Good to see you. I wish I still go on a date. You can still go on a date with your husband. Always. You can always do that. Sometimes you have to wait till the children are older. Sometimes you can have a babysitter if it's possible, or with family, leave the children with family. But you can always go on a date with your partner. Even like after many, many years of marriage, you need to do that. I need to sleep. I know it's really late for many of you, early in the morning. Take care. Huda. Or Uda. Thanks, Sue. Have a great weekend. Also, Mary, enjoy. How about a sporting moment? The time you got a goal, or the time your favorite team won the league or won a cup. Was that a time you'd like to relive? I remember getting a goal. I got 3 goals against my old team. I was in a football team. I was in a soccer team. I mean, it's a terrible thing to do, but anyway, I was in an old team, and they never. I'm not a good football player, but I was in their team, and they didn't let me play much. And then I was in another team. They said, "Rob, come here." I was in the team, and I played against the old team, and I got 3 goals against them, and they're like, "What? Weren't you this good when you were on my team, when our team?" I said, "Well, you didn't let me play." That was a sporting moment I thought was fun. I wouldn't want to relive it. It was just funny. Morning. Good morning. I would like to relive when I slept at class. Hi from Mexico. You'd like to relive that again? Why would you like to relive that again? I've slept in class, and I'm the teacher. Oi, wake up. I need to feed my kids, thank you. Okay, take care. Any professional sports people in the chat? Like the day you became a professional in your sport? Any? That could be a special moment. The first time you're a professional football player. Or a professional chess player. Or a professional whatever. Promises. No sporting moments out there? No one would like to live? Okay. I've got another one for you. I remember when I hit a long six playing cricket. That was my sporting moment. Oh, getting a six in cricket. I know that sport. You're from India. Everyone likes it. A lot of people like cricket in India and Pakistan and there. They love it. Here in New Zealand, cricket's, yeah, it's a summer sport. Getting a six, you hit it, and it goes very, very, very far. Yes, that is satisfying. How about this one? How about a moment of education? I would like to relive. How about my last day at school or last day at university? Or would you like to relive the last day at school? Or the last day at university? Or your graduation day? The day of your, if you've got a degree, the day of your graduation, Rob, yep, here's your degree. You are officially nothing. You're going to just teach English. Not a professional in any sport player, but I like running. You like running. 2 ends. You like running. I would like to relive when I slept in class because all my classes laughed at me. It was amazing. Your first day, your first day at university, if you studied at university, or the day you received an award at school. I'm nothing professional in any sports, but I would relive the first time when I was swimming. You went swimming. It was an amazing feeling. Oh, did you know how to swim at the time, or they just throw you in the pool? Swimming, like, oh yeah, some people they haven't had this experience. The day you graduated from high school, that's another moment. Any experience you'd like to relive from school? Me, what I like to relive at school? I can't think of any moment I would like to relive it from school. Oh, yes. No, I don't know if I want to relive it, but I remember it. When I was at the school assembly. Oh, the first time I learned how to drive a car. How to drive a car. Mashael. Was that a good experience from you? Hope you didn't crash it. It was like, oh, I can drive now. I still remember the first time I could ride a bike. The first time I was young. I was 27. No. I don't know how old I was. Maybe 4, 5, I don't remember. But I remember that moment of riding a bicycle. I was holding on to a fence like this. And and then just trying to go forward, and then, yeah, that was good. I remember that. Okay, one more. How about a time in your career, the first day on your job, or the last day of your job? I remember the last day. It was so good. I hated that place. My internet signal shut down and I felt sadness, but now I come back here and I'm happy to join you once again. It's great you're here with us. Yes, it was fun. That's good. Was it exciting? So with your career, the day you got a promotion, the day you got recognized for your hard work, have a nice day and thank you. Thank you, Mamita. We're going to finish soon. We're going to be another 10 minutes or so. So thank you for joining in. In school, I used to be considered a funny person. Yeah? Some people think I'm funny. Sometimes not. Some people just think I'm crazy. It's a marathonic live video. Yes, like 2 hours. Oh, I wouldn't remember my university graduation because it was online. Oh, it's terrible. That's Julio. I'm so sorry about that. Because a lot of people, they're graduating now and they cannot get together with their classmates, or no graduation. It's online. It's like terrible. So sorry about that, Julio. But my last class day was incredible. Nobody knew that it was the last day in face-to-face classes. Yeah, crazy. Have a nice weekend. You too. Or maybe in the career, the day you started your first company, your company, your job. God bless you. I'll tell you before my internet fails again. So I have all of this information. A lot of these questions, I'm going to put it in the chat so you can go check it out. A lot of the whoa, does that appear all right for you? Hope it does. That'll take you to a page with all of these questions. And if you are an English teacher, you can use these questions in the class, in your classroom. You can use them with your students. You can use them, or just for a normal conversation. You're bored at a party, you can use these, as if you would. But you can use these. Use the card. Use these questions for your classes. If you want, show them video. But it's best to you use them with your students. That's probably the best thing. Yeah, so did you enjoy this relaxed conversation? We're going to finish soon. Did you enjoy this relaxed conversation? 2 hours. Whew. With my cold coffee. 2 hours. I hope it was useful for you. It was really interesting catching up with everyone, seeing everyone, talking with everyone from all around the world. I know it can be difficult for some of you because it's at different times, sometimes early morning. One day I will do it at night, New Zealand time, so some of you can be awake for it. I'll change the time, I'll experiment, but I will let you know in the community section of the chat, in the community section of YouTube, or the best places on Twitter. Lots of it there. Great prompts for conversations, oral interviews, warm-ups, time fillers. Like, oh, you got 5 minutes in your English class. You got 5 minutes? Ask these questions. Bah, like this. Like this. This is good English. I hope it's good English. Yeah. So anyway, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining me in this relaxed conversation. It is always much more interesting when all of you are here in the chat, because it makes it easier for me. When students talk, when people talk, classes are easier. If you're a teacher, you know what I mean. So adding this information, your chats, your comments, your experiences, it makes it interesting and better. And a lot of you need to practice or want to practice. Yes, it was amazing. That's good, Dewada. I wish I could attend earlier. I know time differences make it difficult. Yes, it was an amazing presentation. We knew people from different countries, and that's interesting. Learning different experiences of different people from all around the world. I like learning. Our next topic is conversation topic 3, which is, it will appear on Twitter and on Facebook this week, or next week, sorry. What is it? I'm going to go have a look. Be 1 second. Where is it? WOODWARD English. I'm just looking for the questions. The next question will be, oh, an excellent topic. We're going to talk about food. Make sure you had something to eat beforehand. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can change it. 1 second. This is going to be the next topic. Ah, look at that. Did you see what I just did? This is going to be the topic for next time. Look for your vocabulary, your typical dishes and things from your country. It is, describe a typical dish from your country. What is the dish called? What is in the dish? What are the ingredients? When do you eat it? Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about next time, okay? So that's going to be Woodward English question 3. We're going to talk about food next time. We're going to have a great time. Make sure you have breakfast or dinner beforehand. Otherwise, you're going to be hungry. And the stomach's going to be like, feed me. Okay? So, yes, it was an amazing presentation. Yeah. Bravo. Thanks from Puebla in Mexico. Thanks to you. I love Woodward. Thank you, Dalila. Much appreciated. So that's the topic for... That's the topic for next time. Prepare your answers for this conversation. Maybe, hopefully next week. Next same time. I hope. So that's what we will talk about. So thank you everyone for coming along, for joining in. At what time? Same time. Here in New Zealand, maybe I will let you know in the community section of YouTube and on Twitter. But I think it will be 11 o'clock New Zealand time. So if you look for Google, 11 o'clock New Zealand time to England time, France time, Brazil time, India time, it will appear. So it depends. At the moment, I'm not too sure what time it's going to be. So good evening, Marcelo. Great to have you along, Marcelo. We're just finishing. I wish I could have seen you before. Anyway, thanks and see you later, all of my friends. Thank you everyone for dropping by. And hi from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Everyone's just arriving now. We could just have a quick chat for just for a moment more. Another couple of more minutes while I finish my cold coffee. So that is the topic for next week. Thank you, Birju. So that's the topic next week. Prepare for it. Look for the vocabulary. Look for the vocabulary that you need, because you know what the typical dish is in your country. Like feijoada. How can you explain feijoada? How can you explain feijoada? I said that before you typed it, Marcelo. I said it for a moment because of the time difference. I don't know, with this lag on here. Or the hi Wendy from Guatemala. See, like feijoada is like, you know what it is in Brazil, but how can you describe it to someone that is not from Brazil? How can you describe it? How can you describe the typical dish from your country? Like here we have pavlova. We have hangi. I will explain that next week, next time. Okay? So thank you everyone for joining me, for some of you for 2 hours. Some of you have been here for over 2 hours. Thank you for being with me all of this time. And we will see you next week, I hope. Please stay safe. Take care. And as always, have an awesome day.